Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with another Paladins video. I'm playing some Talis today with my finalized perfect builds for him. I've been tweaking and going back and forth on these for like years, I feel like at this point. Finally settled on what works the best, and especially considering cooldowns and everything, this is pretty much perfect. This one is the one that I'm going to run pretty much all the time, max out the speed, bit of health, bit of damage reduction below 40%, which is pretty much perfect for Talis, bit of cooldown reduction, bit of lifesteal. I used to run this card higher, but for me it just doesn't really work out, and I tend to do way better without that as a focus, and just kind of throw it in there for the sake of having it, although you could easily change this out for someone else, and for some of you it might be worth having a higher level. And the other version of it, which is less speed and more sustain. I do want to specifically point out Transient, because I used to run this card way higher level to get the cooldown down on the F, and especially with the talent, it really was something you wanted to do for the more hectic games, and with Siege it was a little bit less important, but realistically, you don't want to run it higher than 2 or 3 because of diminishing returns. If you're not grabbing Chronos, then maybe, but I see it at level 4 or 5 really often, and it's not giving you that much of a benefit if you're going for the item. Late game, it's just kind of a waste of points, so you want to go for other stuff. But yeah, this is pretty much perfect, at least for me. That is my point. Of course, depending on your preference, you might want to tweak it a little bit, but regardless of if you're going for Falchion, Inner Strength, or nothing personal, this is the build to run. And then, again, depending on your preference, and if you don't like the speed that much, you want to play a little bit slower, this is also really, really good. Talent-wise, I do tend to default to Inner Strength, but Falchion Bargain is better in all of the scenarios that I end up grabbing it, and especially on the longer maps, this is a really good option. Closer, by default, I'd say Inner Strength, but it is between these two. Nothing personal, it's definitely separate, but if you're in like a voice chat with a group, this can be really good because you can call out the reveal, although that's a little bit cheesy, I guess. Shouts out there to our Fury. We've also got a Victor, Eevee, and Maeve. TDM Dragon Arena versus BK Kines, who's going to be kind of scary, and then Vora, Eevee, and Vatu. For the sake of the video, and because I kind of want to show both of them off and the teams here, I think it makes sense for the sustain set. We're going to go in the strength in this one, and then Chronos. Shouts there to Eevee, I think, as well. Pop the F down, and punch to the side so I don't get killed by the Furia, Kinessa, I mean. Pop the Q here, shred through the Vatu, he's on nothing, teleport back. I guess we'll jump back towards the middle. That Kinessa is just going to be so annoying in this one. Shots on the BK, got the Q reset. There we go, talent already giving us a benefit, dodge the stun. Eevee's here. Do find it kind of funny at the bottom right of the screen with alert name, it's just showing you that I don't usually play this one. There goes the Vatu, will teleport back for the self heal. Don't have the Q up just yet. Got rid of the BK, kind of cheeky. The F duration is 10 seconds. I see a lot of people buff it, but to be honest, it's long enough. I don't think you need to force teleport back there. Does still reset the Q even if you're like in the duration for it, which is really nice. Again, I feel like this talent is kind of underestimated, even though it is, I think, the most popular one for like normal casual stuff. I don't see it very much in like sieges a lot of the time. Got rid of the Vora, but you definitely don't need Chronos on him. You can play without it. Just, I think for most people, it's the thing you want to go for. You want to get Chronos, you want to get Nimble, you want to get Haven, and with a sustain set up here, you are annoying as hell to get rid of. But because you have so much damage reduction below 40%, you can play the timer on your F way, way better. I could ult the Kinessa here. I guess we'll go for it. She did use a teleport already when we were pushing it before. I just punched the Vora, I think. I think she's still got away. Did I throw the F and teleport to it to dodge the Eevee hit? Did that work? Did I punch her? I'm kind of lost. Who am I firing at? She's gone. Don't know how Vatu just dashed all the way over there. Did I DC? What just happened? My brain is leaking at this point. Let's go towards the middle. It's 22-1, by the way. I didn't even realize. We'll pop in here with the Fury ult on us and Q. Let's just get rid of the BK. Is he off the map? Yeah, that's a Vora ult. She just got out of it. That's a triple. Chronos here has been super useful because I haven't been getting reset from being cleared. It's actually just been like me getting into fights over and over again. 10 seconds on the F, and then the Q and the right click really, really fast. Definitely plays into the talent as well so that you don't feel like you've got that nerf on it from a while ago where it's only 6 seconds instead of the full thing. That's a Kinessa ult. We're just going to dance around a little bit. Can we finish her off? She's on like 2 health. Are you kidding me? We've nearly got enough to finish off Chronos. The game's nearly over there. It's been a really, really quick one. Drop the F down, push on the Kinessa. Sure. Do I teleport back here? We'll pop the Q first because we can get the cooldown on it. As you can see here before Chronos, you teleport back, it's pretty much ready. There is like a second to it, which I think is actually kind of fair. But with max Chronos, the F is pretty much 9 or 10 seconds. The right click and Q are instant when you teleport back. But there we go, there's a victory. What a hectic game. Great showcase though for what I was trying to say with the timers and everything when you go for Chronos. It's just working with this setup and it's pretty much perfection for what I'm going for. There are the stats. We didn't even die in that one. Just shredded. But yeah, Talis, I don't think I even really did that well there. I just played him as you usually would, kind of running around, popping your entire kit as much as possible. But when you go for the talent and the setup and you go for Chronos Max first, which I didn't always do, I used to get like Nimble and maybe a Life Rip. This just works. I pretty much always queue for everything, but it just seems like there's a ton of people playing TDM at the moment lately for whatever reason. It's like the past 3 videos I feel like I've had tons of TDM, but we got Abyss here, Furia, Vivian, Betty, and Sati. Do really like the Talis recolor, although I think the golden one, yeah, is a little bit better. We're up against Azan, Cassie, Vora, Ceres, and Kazumi. Definitely seems like a more difficult situation than the last game, going for Inner Strength again, even though Falchion Bargain seems like the right option. I'm going to go for this and then the full speed setup, which I think makes sense for the map. And yeah, we'll see how we do. I'm going to just try and get this. We're not going to be able to get it, but we'll kill the Vora. I did hit the button, but I was a little bit too slow. Vora is still just here. We'll pop the Q and burst through her. There's a punch as well, which she timed with her right click, but she's out. But what I was trying to say before I went after the Vora, hello Kazumi, you're here by the way, for some reason, missed the punch. She's gone. Still hate Talis punch. I try my best to not complain about it, and I friggin' still did. I actually specifically didn't want to mention the Talis punch in this video because I do it every time, and I still did it. There's a Q, burst through the Azan. Oh, I'm totally dead here. Yeah, getting that knock from Azan as a Talis with no F up, you're just dead. You're so squishy and quite easy to hit, even though you're a bit of a smaller character. Pop the Q, just kind of punch through, and we'll punch the Azan off. Is that going to work? We actually did, because he dashed too far down, right? There we go. I was going to complain about Talis punch. I did, and yet we actually got a kill on a tank there. Even though he could have got back on, he just messed up the F. Hello, Vora. I think she's kind of free, but she's using the right click really annoyingly. I should have used the F there. That Vora has won like 2 out of the 3 fights. I guess we can get revenge here real quick. Pop the ult here. Do we get rid of the Cassie? Should be free, right? She's low. There's a punch, which she missed. Shots here on the Ceres. Oh my god, she's so low. Thought that was an Azan ult. We'll teleport back. Can we get an angle here to punch him off? He's playing it really safe. Hello, Cassie. Push in. That's a wall. I'm going to hide here and see if I can surprise somebody. I know Fury just popped the ult, but I'm going to wait here and see if I can get a jump. Hello, Kazumi. That punch didn't even work then. That is like the one scenario where you think you'd be able to just get a free one for it. Ult. There's a punch for her. She's right-clicked every time to counter my right-click. So we don't have enough here for more Chronos. Punch the Azan. Is he off that time again? Have we got 2 for 2? We have. Nice. The only 2 times I think I've landed the punch, we've knocked somebody off the map. We'll punch over this way for movement. Push in here kind of behind a little bit. That's a Kazumi mark. I punched the Kazumi mark. Didn't even know I could do that with Talis' thing. I didn't think that would work. Hello, Azan. You'll just chill him. We're going to wait for him to fall. Yep, I'm dead. Oh wow, that Cassie burst. Okay, I know the whole point of this video is like the perfect Talis build, but I feel like the speed was the wrong option. The sustain would have actually been better. Did I set that mark off? I don't know. I did. We teleported back, punch on the Cassie. Is that going to knock her off? She rolled. Are we going to get 3? That's 3. Don't feel like I usually get any in a Talis video, but that's 3 for 3. Can we get one with the ultimate? That would even be better, right? There's a double punch that did not work. Shots on him here. We do have the F. Go teleport back early. Like I said, you can really play the time even with the speed setup, but the sustain here will let me play a little bit more aggressive and would probably work better because I haven't been using the speed that much. Just get shots with the Q. There's a punch. Didn't get anybody with that. Kazumi's gone. There's the Q reset. More taps here on him. I don't know where the Vora went, or was it Vora or Ceres? I don't know. What I was trying to say is that usually on this map there's a little bit more time between the fights. This has been very hectic for a TDM Abyss. There's usually a lot more space and the team fights usually happen over there. In this one we've just been going back and forth a lot in like full on team fights. Hello Kazumi. I missed the punch. I thought I had the F down. I didn't. At least we killed her. I literally punched myself off the map. Is that 4 for 4? Do we count that one? The game is over here, but we're going to teleport back to get rid of this Cassie, get some shots. Never mind, we're going to punch and leave. Fury hit me with that juicy heal. Never mind, there's ultimate there in the middle. Someone yoink it. Okay, hello Kazumi. Am I dead? I guess not. There's the victory. A good showcase, I think, for Speed Talis. I didn't really get too much of a benefit because we were constantly fighting. The sustain setup would have been better. It is a little bit hard to predict which one to go for. I would say they're both pretty much perfect, to be honest with you, but I tend to like the Speed one more, but that did feel like the wrong option. Weirdly, shouts out to Vivian there. But yeah, there you go. There are the stats for game 2. Betty was putting in work. Sati, even though she doesn't have that much damage, was actually putting in effort there. I think so was the entirety of the team. That game was just weirdly close for both the teams. Like actually in the match, not score-wise. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Go ahead and give Talis a shot with one of these setups. I do not see him enough for how strong he is in most scenarios. Again, try hard sieges. He can have a bit of a tough time, but I think that is sometimes a skill issue because I do see Talis every now and again just go kind of hard. Thank you once again so much for watching. I appreciate you staying all the way till the end. And as always, stay frosty.